Welcome back, Otters fans. Aaron Cooney here. Today I'm joined by Jamie Drysdale of the Erie Otters, taking a look ahead to the NHL entry draft on its way coming up. Jamie, thanks for doing this. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we see you all the time, media attention. You've been on NHL.com. You've been on Detroit Red Wings website. You've been in podcasts. But have you found time just to hang out and have some fun?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been time, but it's starting to ramp up now, and I'm pretty busy with some calls and things like that, and especially being in the gym and on the ice more frequently now, building up to the season. So, no, definitely had some time to kind of just relax and hang out, play some golf with my buddies. So, there's definitely time for that too.
Is golf your game of choice outside of hockey, just to relax with?
It is, yeah. I've played pretty much my whole life, and been able to get out on the course a lot this kind of off season, which is nice, and I think it's gotten my game a little bit better. So we'll see how I match up against guys like Locks, who likes to think he's a pretty good golfer. So we'll see. But
rather be on the ice here. We'll get to that really soon. Hey, with all that media attention, everything coming up, I know we're just very close coming up to the draft. Are you nervous? Do you have any kind of, little anxiety coming into this? Does it get to you?
I mean, it's tough to not be nervous, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of nerves. It's going to be more excitement than nerves, I think. Anxious, I think, is a good word to describe it. I think it's kind of been a pretty big build-up to this date. Now that there is a final date and it's closing in, it's definitely really exciting, and I think that it's going to be a really special day for my family and myself and my friends, and I think it'll just I think everyone within my household, my family, is looking forward to that day, especially me. So I can't wait for it.
I know you got a great support system between family and even your agency with those guys, but is there maybe a guy that you've been able to talk to kind of help yourself through it? I know there's a handful of guys that going through the draft, just from growing up playing hockey and Team Canada and all that. But is there somebody that's going to give you any advice on how to work through this?
I think there were a lot of people within the World Junior team that were just kind of giving me some details on what to expect and things. And then, these days I still keep in touch with Ty Smith, who was on that World Junior team as well. And he was a first-round pick to New Jersey a couple of years ago. And, he's kind of been talking to me through the process and just checking in, see how things are going. And, so been chatting with him a bit, and he's kind of helping me through it right now.
Let's take a look last season. I mean, obviously, you're continuing to run the power play as a second-year guy, top defensive pairing, a gold medal with Canada at the World Junior Championship. How do you evaluate your year last season?
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. Like you kind of just said it. You pretty much summed it up. I think, coming in, I wasn't really, my eyes were set on Erie and wasn't really expecting to make and play for the World Junior team. But, once I got those calls and invites, I think I kind of just ran with it. Anytime I get the opportunity to try out for a team, I'm going to do my best to make it. And, I was fortunate enough to play a part in that and be a part of, Erie for the past 2 years. And, this year we were in a playoff spot. So it was something that we all wanted and kind of worked for. And I think that, as a team and for myself, it was a pretty successful year for Erie.
I know that a longer off season, shortened kind of seasons. We didn't get to move into the playoffs after clinching and everything. But how have you used this time, a longer off season, to prepare yourself? I mean, for the draft and also for an upcoming OHL season.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways. I think with this long off season, you can pretty much work on anything you want and really dial in on that. For me, one, it was focusing on putting some size on and some strength, and then two, I wanted to work on my shot a lot. I think that was a big thing for me, and I think I've done that. And for myself in Toronto, I've been fortunate to be on the ice 4 or 5 times a week for the past 3 or 4 months. So It's ice available here. Gyms are open, have been open, and both so for a while. So, I think there's no excuse for myself to not make improvements and work on my game. So that's what I've tried to do.
So shot and also adding some pounds as well. What goes into that? What is the training for that I'm sure lifting weights and eating well is part of it, but for working on your shot, how do you build that?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's kind of been, I think there's a lot of things that go into it. One, obviously, just shooting a lot of pucks. I've got a pretty good setup in my backyard where I can shoot pucks. And then, in regards to on ice, it's just every time you have the ability to, shoot in a drill, you really try and pick a corner and shoot to score. I think even if, you're tired at the end of the rep, you just got to bear down, and because you don't get many chances in a game, so you got to finish ones that you do have. And so that's kind of what I've been trying to do, is just really focus on trying to score every time I have the puck in practice, and hopefully that'll transfer over to the game. And in regards to putting on weight and size, I think that was came on pretty quick through quarantine, because there wasn't a lot of cardio or on ice happening. So, just kind of working out and eating a lot of food. And then, once we got back into the real gym and back on the ice, my cardio got better. And I also am on a diet right now. So I think that's helping me a lot, making me feel a lot better and stronger. And so that's kind of what I've been doing this off season.
So we didn't get into playoffs. The team didn't get to play, even though you guys accomplished that goal. With everything that's happened here in the last 2 seasons, this team. What are they capable of coming up next season?
I think I'd define it. I think it's going to be an exciting year for us. I think, the group we have coming back and, people we have coming in, I think people should be excited for our team. I think we're going to be good. And I think that everyone within the locker room believes that and wants to, do something special with the group. And I think that when you have people that believe in your group and want to be successful, I think that that plays a huge part in how the team will actually do, and the will that our team has to win. And I think going into this year, I think we've all talked, we've all been in touch, and we're excited for this upcoming season. And I think that we're going to hit the ground running when it comes.
How about for yourself? You've improved year to year. You're going into year 3. Your name's going to get called here coming up at the draft, but what do you expect out of yourself next season with this team?
Yeah, I think a goal for me, I think I want to just try and, similar to last season, but different in its own sense, just try and really push myself every time I'm on the ice to be the best player on the ice. I think that's my goal. I want to be the best player on the ice every night. And I think that that's just a goal of mine coming into this season. I think with the off season I've had and the work I've been putting in, I think I'm capable of it. And I think that, I want to obviously help the team win and do anything I can to do that. And, I think that, like I said, we have a roster and a team that has the potential to be successful. So I think it's going to be an exciting year for myself as well as the team.
Jamie, thanks for your time. We're wishing you good luck for you and your family. It's an exciting time here coming up. We're looking forward to seeing you back here in a year, and we're all rooting for you.
Perfect. Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, Jamie.